Hi friends, Susan Campfield here with SueStampfield.com. Welcome to my stamp room. Come on in, we're going to create together. I hope you're all doing well on this Saturday evening. We are going to make a card together, surprise! And we are going to do a fall card. I love autumn. It is not autumn here in Minnesota right now. It is August 16th and it is hot and humid. Actually, the temperature wasn't super high today. It wasn't, I don't think we even hit 80, but it was so sticky and humid. It felt even hotter. So we had storms all night and all morning, and so we were going to get more tonight, but it looks like they're going to hold off. So let's hope. I hope you're doing well. Humid night in Pennsylvania too, Kristen. Yeah. It's so tonight we're gonna dream ahead a little bit. We're gonna dream of fall and cool weather and autumn crunching leaves and all those things. I love fall and I love to make fall cards. So let's do it. We might even make two cards if I can. We can be efficient about it. Let's see how we go. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for making and sending handmade cards. You are absolutely making the world a kinder place with every single paper hug that you send out there. You guys are amazing. You tell me so many great stories about the card ministries that you're doing and the friends that you're reaching out to and people that you don't even know that you're sending cards to. So thanks for all that you do. I received a whole box of cards from one of my viewers for me to donate, which was just wonderfully kind of her. There are some organizations you can send your donations directly to, and thanks for everything you're doing. I hope these videos give you a little creative inspiration, and I hope they give you a little fun. We're here to have fun and relax and craft together, and so we play a little game here. It is called the Found It game because I am messy, you guys. I get creating and I start piling and stacking, and I was super excited right before I went live. I couldn't find my the sponge to go with my die brush. And I found it right before. So we're going to take our first sip tonight. I've got ice water in my cup. Yeah, there's still ice in there. Let me know what's in your cup tonight. And we're going to go ahead and dive right in. I'm on a roll with the two cards. Yeah, well, we'll see if we get the two done. So fingers crossed, right? Oh, so nice. So thank you for your kind notes in the comments. I appreciate you guys so much. All right, let's do it. Let's do the thing. Quick reminder, I do send out free project sheets that match up with some of my videos. I don't do a project sheet for every video by far. I just don't have time. And if I did that, I'd have to do less videos. So I figure we'll do more videos and we'll get project sheets for the ones that really need it. So if you sign up at SueStampfield.com for those free project sheet emails, I send about 2 project sheets per month. All right, let's go to the desktop. Let's make this go away. Yay. Okay, so tonight we are playing with a bundle that is called Label Me Grateful. This is a new online exclusive that came out earlier this. I'm gonna shuffle things here. I don't have room. I never have enough. Crafters never have enough room, right? Oh, I just hit the microphone. Did you guys hear a weird, like, clunky sound? Sorry, that was me. Let's put the cup way back there because we're not gonna need it. I'm gonna be so organized tonight. Ha ha ha. Diet Pepsi, Pepsi Zero Sugar. You guys are caffeine-free diet. Boy, the Pepsi is winning tonight. Coffee, iced tea, all the things. So fantastic. Root beer, that sounds good. Oh, spice chai, that sounds super yummy. Anyway, I'm going with water tonight, but you guys are making me hungry. We haven't had supper yet. So this is the Label Me Grateful bundle. It comes, the stamp set is all sentiments, all gratitude sentiments, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you and all the kindness that you put out in the world. So this is perfect for tonight. And then we have the dies, which are all standalone dies. So you could just get the die set for this if you wanted. The sentiments do certainly fit in the label, but we have 2 matching dies that are skinny leaves, some oak leaves, some acorns, a stem of acorns, some smaller leaves, a single leaf, a flower, and then some little berries over there. So super fun set. Now I did use this set on the last Crafternoon. Crafter News, my monthly class. This was the horizontal quadruple Z-fold card from last month, and this is the Label Me Grateful bundle paired with the Country Woods Designer Series paper. This card opens up like this, and then the sentiment is on the back side of this particular style. And the Label Me Grateful doesn't have to be just for fall cards. It is quite versatile. So I also made this version that was really more maybe August friendly, with the sunflower embossing folder back here, and then the autumn paper, Splendid Autumn, I want to say it's called, paper there. And so that one is the same exact bundle, but just a very different look. You can read more about the horizontal quadruple Z-fold on my blog, SueStampfield.com, and there's a video tutorial where I walk you through the basics for this fun fold. There's also an extensive tutorial that walks you through step-by-step making these two cards and all of the other cards from that event. I think I'm missing one, you guys. There was one more. Anyway, it's around. Oh, I see it. I see it right over here. Oh, yeah, it was a cutie. It's the Tree Farm one, of course, with the tractor there. So I think my my wagon got compromised. I'm gonna have to fix that. It got bumped. It was over by the computer. We don't know why, but anyway, there, fixed it. So that is the horizontal quadruple Z-fold. You can see that on my blog. We're gonna use some of these same elements because I loved how this card turned out. But we're gonna do faux embossing again tonight. So in the last video, we did this card with faux embossing. So faux embossing is where you take die cuts and you glue them on the background of your card to give you that embossed look, that extra dimension. And it's quite striking, all of the texture that it adds to your cards. So we're going to make this same faux embossing technique, and we're actually even using the same layout, but we're going to do it with, it's going to be a very different look at the end. Okay, so let's do it, you guys. First off, now, you and my videos, they're a little different than other people's videos, so bear with me. If I'm not your cup of tea, totally fine. You can, you're welcome to leave. It's not a problem at all. I will understand. But I like your input. I like you guys to help me design the cards. We're probably going to make both of these, so nobody get upset, all right? But these are your, here's what we need to decide first. And I don't know which pattern, this is the same, actually the same pattern, just different parts of it. I'm not sure which one we're using yet, but should we do number 1, which is Crumb Cake with the Woven Textures Designer Series paper, or should we do number 2, which is Early Espresso with the Country Woods Designer paper? So let me know, 1 or 2. Aw, Jennifer Walsh, you're my cup of tea too. Oh, you just got the Charming Day Suite yesterday. The I should say, I keep mixing up the name of that suite. It's Floral Charm. I keep calling it Charming Floral. That is not what it's called. It is called the Floral Charm Suite, which is what this card was made from. So I'm so excited for you, Joan. You're going to have lots of creative opportunities. All right, I'm seeing the votes rolling on in here, and I'm seeing a lot of Early Espresso fans. So a few fans for number 1. But don't worry, because if we have time, we're going to make both of them. So let's do it. Let's start with this one. All right. So I gotta alter my stacks a little bit here. Once again, you guys surprised me. I thought you were going to go Crumb Cake and you went Early Espresso. Who knows? Who even knew? So let's go ahead. Oh, you got sticky fingers, Linda. Yeah. Well, hey, that's one of the what I want to say. One of the crafter's banes, I guess. One of the things we have to go through. All right, so let's start with some die cutting. That's always a good place to start. I'm going to bring in the die cutting machine, and I'm going to do a little bit of cheating tonight because we want to try to make 2 cards. So I'm going to take a few shortcuts. But we're going to start by die cutting. Are we? Are we really? Yeah, we are. Okay, we're going to start by die cutting. skip that over because I forgot last time. A couple of things here. So this is crumb cake. We're going to do our label in crumb cake. This is cherry cobbler. A little extra strand there. These are just scraps. And then we have, actually, I think, Mary, did I have a measurement on this? I might have. Shout out to our wonderful moderator, Mary Nass, hanging in the comments. I think this one is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. The rest are they're just scraps. Pick what works. This, I don't know, it doesn't show up super great on the camera. I am trying. This is the textured metallic. So I don't know if you can see that texture. It's almost like a linen texture, and it comes with gold, silver, and copper. So we're using the copper from that. And shout out to our wonderful moderator, Mary Nass, here in the comments. So yeah, she says that is the correct size on that this piece right there, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And thank you, Mary. Okay, she's always on the ball. All right, we're gonna take this, and then we want some oak leaves here. Cut those. And then out of this copper, we're gonna cut the stem with the acorns. Now, this is pretty skinny die, as are these. And what you'll find is if you cut quite a few things with them, you'll see that the paper will start sticking in the die, and it gets harder and harder to get it out. And you don't want to tear it because it's so skinny. So here's my little trick for that. I take a piece of, this is a inexpensive trick, a little scrap of wax paper, and I wad it up and I just rub it on the edge, the cutting edge of the die. And it's the equivalent of spraying Pam on your muffin tins. It's just going to make that paper pop out quicker. If it's a bigger die or less detailed like this, totally don't need to do that, right? So let's go ahead and crank this up, and we're going to crank it up, pull it up, pull it, crank it, whatever. You know what I mean, guys. We had a stormy night last night, and then this morning storm started at 4:30 a.m. is when my dog woke me up, and she went outside to go potty right before it started raining, and then it hit, and then I was up with her until 7 a.m. when it finally calmed down enough that she could settle down. She does not like storms. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. I'm going to just put those in the scrap bin, and just want to you know what, I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. This is actually sort of stitched itself right to my plate, and I don't want it to wrinkle, so I'm just going to use my tool to pick it up here. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Here's this, and here's this. Come on. You guys are stuck on there too. Come on. All right, there we go. Whoa. Got a wild Take Your Pick tonight, guys. It's going to be just rolling all over the place. All right, so we've got our oak leaves, we've got our acorns, and there we go. Put those back on, and then of course we also have our label, hence the name Label Me Grateful here. We're going to pop that back on there. I like to use the magnet sheets. Okay, so whoa, things are sticking. What the heck? All right. Now, this is where I've cheated. So I went ahead and pre-die cut. Now we decided early espresso, right, friends? Okay, so this is our card base. It is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Got that ready to go. And then I have a piece of early espresso here that's 4 by 5 1/4. That's optional. You actually could just stick it right on the card base. I'm a little crazy with the layers. I love me some layers. So let's start with that, then we'll get into these other pieces and their dimensions. I don't know what this piece is for. Well, we'll figure it out. Okay, so I've got this, and we need our dies. That's what I was after. I knew there was something I was going to get. So I pre-die cut these. You can see there's 2 dies, and so that was easy. That was one go through, and while I was at it, I also did a set of oak leaves, and I did them in early espresso because I want to do kind of a tone-on-tone look here. So that I sent through in one go, and then I sent another set of oak leaves through, okay? And those are what we're going to layer on this 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece that's going to go on the front of our card. So I'm going to kind of stagger it here, and I'm going to put that up there, and this, oh, hang on, there's a little white something on there. There, got it off. White dust. Dusting off my card here. All right, so I've got those. Wait, can you guys even see that? Probably not, but you will. I can't hold it up right now or it'll just fall off. And I'm just going to kind of do the opposite over here. I might even turn that upside down. How do I want to do that? Let's tilt this down and we'll stick this right here. Okay, there we go. So let me hold that up a little closer. So I've got those pieces laid on there. Again, these embossed pieces I want to be the same color as my card. I want them to kind of blend right in. Let's bring in our multi-purpose liquid glue here. And oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna need scrap paper. If you were a scrap paper in Susan's room here, where would you be? I found it. It was where it belonged. Of course. No, not usually, but this time it was. All right, we're going to flip all these pieces over and I'm going to dot glue on here. Now, you can do it this way with dotting glue on. You can also put some in a plastic lid and put a sponge in there and just actually sponge the glue on. Lots of options. We just want to make sure we don't get so much that it oozes out. We want it to stick down flat and no oozing. Oozing is bad. So I'll be watching. If I feel like I got too much glue, I'll actually take a little scrap piece of cardstock and kind of scrape off some of that extra. Did you guys remember to take a sip when we found the graph paper or the scrap paper here? I hope you did. I guess it is kind of graph paper, isn't it? It's Stampin' Up! Used to carry this when they had the Stamparatus. It was the Stamparatus grid paper, and I just really like it because of the smaller size. And I'm too lazy to cut my big stuff down to a smaller size. But I could do that. I just never seem to think of it. All right, we've got our little, but I'll have to when I run out of this. All right, I'm just even doing a little dot on the stems. Now some of this is going to hang over, and we're going to trim it off. Maybe. Actually, I think on this one I probably won't. On this one, I don't know if you guys remembered, but these stuck over a little bit and we just trimmed them right off. All right. So, I don't know, can you see the little dots of glue? They're already drying. It's okay if they dry because the multi-purpose liquid glue dries tacky, like a Post-it note or actually it's stickier than that. It's more like a glue dot. So it's not going to fall off. You're going to be fine. All right, let's bring in a leaf here. I don't remember how we were doing this, so we're doing it this way now. So I've got a leaf there. Just can't remember that long, I guess. And we've got another leaf here. It's our falling leaves. Everything's falling. It doesn't matter where it lands. And then we've got this one right here. And then we'll flip this one this way right here. All right, so I've got some leaves blowing around in the wind there. They've got kind of a, they're adding texture to my card base. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and adhere this on there. If you were adhesive, found it. I put it away. Who knew? Who knew I was going to do something like that? So we're sticking on here. A couple of you are asking about my Stampin' Garage sale and how it went. It went fantastic, and it is over now, and I am happy because it was a huge undertaking, but we had a lot of Stampin' friends stop out to see us, and a lot of retired products went to brand new homes. So a lot of happy crafters out there. So, all right, there we go. So I've adhered our 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece. Why is this so dusty? To our card base. All right. And now we're ready to do some more stuff. We're going to stick this piece on, and it's going to overlap some of those leaves. That's totally fine. This piece is, I can look at my cheat sheet here. This piece is 4 inches. This is the layer for the Designer Series paper. It's the bottom layer, and it's 2 3/4 by 4. And then we're actually going to add a little crumb cake layer in there as well. And that layer that's going to be the middle layer under the designer paper, and that's 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. And then on top of it, I'm going to lay this out because I need you guys to vote. On top of it, we're going to put our piece of designer paper. So this is the same pattern. It's from Country Woods. You can see the other side there. Do we want this piece? Let's call this piece A, which is a little bit lighter, a little more weathered. It's just a different spot on the piece. I only have one piece. Like I have one piece left that I got these 2 pieces out of, and then I'm out of this particular pattern. Or do we want the darker one? We'll call this piece B. So A or B, let me know in the comments which one you think will look better on our card. We're going to be covering up quite a bit of it with our label, so only part of it is going to show. So A is the lighter, B is the darker. Which one do you think would look nicer on our card here? And while you guys are voting, I'm going to bring in some ink. And we are going to do some stamping here. So let's open up our ink. And we need words, Susan. We need some words from our Label Me Grateful set. I think I'm going to keep it simple for the front, and I'm going to do thank you. You can always use a thank you card, right? So let's pull out thank you here. And I need a block. So I've got this new toy. This was a gift from Ashley at the Country Hive. She's now selling block caddies. And so I can now have my blocks on my desk, so I don't have to grab out of my drawer. And she's got spots for 2 D blocks and 2 B blocks, and then all the others. And let's see, who do I want here? I think I'm going to go with, that be big enough? Yeah, that will work. We're going to go with good old block C. She's even got the letters at the bottom. Do you see that? Now these are available in white or black. You can find her website at The Country Hive. And she made me a custom color to match my wood in my office. Yay! Because I'm spoiled like that. All right, we're going to go ahead and ink up. You guys say now that it's going to be covered, you're changing your mind to the darker one. Yeah, I know what you mean. All right, I want to show you on this label because I think I forgot to show you. Do you see how it not only cuts out the label with this die, but it embosses, it does an embossed edge? Just makes it a little bit snazzier. All right, I'm gonna probably stick my head in your way. I'm sorry. I gotta make sure I'm straight, and I wanted to make sure I didn't stamp it up so high that I wasn't gonna show. So I've got my thank you on there. We'll be adding our leaves and our bits and pieces there. Oh, Jennifer got her block caddy last week. Juanita got hers too. Yeah, they're pretty awesome. All right, let's, I love that all the little numbers are labeled and they all fit in there just perfect. It makes me happy. I don't know why. Organization can make you happy, right? So I'm scrolling back, and boy, it was pretty evenly split between A and B. Now, some people are on Facebook voting, some people are here on YouTube voting. I can see all of them. Oh wait, Susan, you're gonna put the paper on. So let's just, you know what, let's go ahead and stick these 2 on. I'll give you these sizes one more time. I will be showing all of the sizes at the end. This piece is the bottom layer, and that is 2 3/4 by 4. I put my adhesive away. Take another sip, you guys. I found it. Why would I put it away when I need it? All right, and I'm going to layer this so that it lines up with the top and bottom of that layer piece that our bits are stuck to. And I'm just double checking before I press it down to make sure I'm even-ish, somewhat even-ish in the center here. All right, there we go. And then we've got our crumb cake piece. So that piece I said was 2 3/4 by 4. So this piece is 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. So just 1/8 of an inch smaller for that nice little 1/16 of an inch layer, skinny layer. All right, got that on there. And then let's try this, because I think you guys are pretty even on whether we're going dark or light. So we're just gonna try them both and we'll see what looks nicer. So that looks like that. That does have more of an early espresso feel behind. Let's Try this one. Quite a bit lighter. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the B shows up a little more because so much of it is covered. So let's go with B. A little bit darker one. Oh, sorry, Marty. Marty's voting for still light. Okay, well, Marty, when you make this card, use the lighter one. All right, so we've got this right here. Is that sassy of me to say? No, that's not sassy, right? Seriously. I hope when you guys make it, you don't have to make it how I did, right? You do your own thing. Okay, so now I'm trying to decide if I want that. All right, let's get this guy in here and decide where these go. More B's coming in. Yeah, we did go with B. So this is my little acorn stem and my oak leaves there. And we're going to stick these on. I'm just debating if I want to pop these up on dimensionals. I think I do. Let's see. Aha. You know what? I think I want mini dimensionals. Mini dimensionals would be good. Do I want black or white? Ooh. So many choices, right? Why not? Let's go black. Let's just go black here. Doesn't really matter. It's going to show either way, right? All right, so I've got those on the back. Oh, let's add another one. So we're kind of both near the top. I kind of need one near the bottom. All right. You know, darker, lighter. I think both would look good. Our next one is going to be a lighter, so that's kind of why I lean toward the darker. The two cards will look a little more different that way. Not that it matters. But again, not a wrong answer there. All right, let's go ahead and pop that there. And just debating where I want these guys. Maybe I want them underneath. Okay, you can't go on yet because I haven't made up my mind where I'm putting this. Yeah, I think let's put a few. These might have to be halvesies. I think they're going to show if I do full ones. So let's grab a scissor here and we're going to do super mini, which is half of a mini I call super mini. All right, so certainly show up well for taking off. Remember to take off the papers. Just going to put a few of these on my acorns here. Oh, the back just came off of that one. That's all right. Okay, is that enough? I'll throw one more on. Why not? Where'd they go? I lost them, you guys. Oh, here they are. Found it. How do you lose something you just had? Oh, gosh. All right, here we go. Okay. Here we go. Let's peel these backings off here. Oh, come on. It's a drawback with fancy nails, so that, you know, I do that for you guys to have nicer looking nails so you don't have to look at ugly hands, but sometimes they don't work as good. I'm just going to lightly lay this on because I don't know if you're staying there or not. Let's bring our leaves in right here. Close. It's close. I want to just tilt it a little bit. Not that much. I said a little bit. All right. Getting an argument with my paper. All right, there we go. That's better right there. And let's go ahead and, yeah, I'm going to pop this one up too because I can. All right, that one can be, let's do the bigger black. When you get the black dimensionals, you actually get the mini and the big ones together in the same package, which is kind of nice. You don't have to buy two different packages. So, oh, happy anniversary, Bonnie. 20th anniversary, and you're going to celebrate by getting ice cream. That is a perfect thing to do in August here in the U.S. Oh, thank you, Alice, for your kind words. Thank you for all that you do for me. I would not, it would be very hard to show up here if you guys didn't come and hang out with me. It would be pretty boring, so. All right, there we have our cards starting to come together there. Let's add a few embellishments because we can, right? So I've got some, these are pressed flower motifs. Pressed flower motifs. And they actually come with beautiful gallery suite in the catalog. But I like that they're this dark bronzy color and it seems fallish to me. So I'm not sure where I want them yet. No, I don't like that. Okay, let's come over here. Let's go to this side. We got a whole bunch of stuff down here. Let's balance that out a little bit. Okay, that's better. And then maybe one more down around here. Like that. And then, gosh, you guys, I think I might need a little bit of linen thread on there. What do you think? Let me grab some. Oh, score. All right, I grabbed linen thread out of my drawer, and on top of it was an already done bow, which we must have done on another video and decided we didn't like it. It's 2 pieces of linen thread tied together. And let's trim it down and see if we like it or not. You guys need to tell me. It's cute without it, but let's see if it adds the finishing touch for our card here. What do you guys think? Yes or no on the linen thread? Let me know in the comments. And while you're commenting on that or voting on that, I'm going to take, now this is a early espresso card, so the inside is very dark and I want to do a layer on the inside, okay? So on the inside, I'm going to do 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to do, how about, you could do much appreciated, you're so appreciated, you're the best, so grateful for that heart of yours. I'm going to do a little kindness makes a big difference. And let me grab a block here. Let's go block D on this one. And you were my early espresso ink that I just had. See, okay, this is the story of my life. The black dimensionals were right on top of the early. Found it. Take a sip, everyone. Gosh. Yes, I think most of you are thinking you like the little linen thread on there. All right, so I'm going to do this up a little bit. Right there, and then that leaves room to sign my name or whatnot. And let me just grab one more thing here. I'm just remembering in this Baker's Twine Essential Pack, we actually have crumb cake colored. I'm just going to try crumb cake colored and see if it needs to be that. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces here, and I am going to tie a little bow with 2 pieces of twine. I'm not a big fan of single pieces of twine because it doesn't give me much to stick the glue dot to, if that makes sense. The knot is so skinny, it's hard to glue on. Pull these tails nice and short. Let's see what this looks like. All right. Dimensional papers everywhere. All right, let's bring that. Okay, see, that matches better. The linen thread was a little more gray brown. This one matches perfectly. All right, I'm just gonna stick that right on there. Okay, let's do it with, I could use multi-purpose liquid glue, I guess. I'm gonna try glue dot though. I'm going to take a glue dot, pull it back. Where's a glue dot? Oh my gosh. There's one, finally. I'm going to take my take your pick tool. I'm just going to kind of lift up the edge here and roll it into a blob, which is very easy to do in this hot humidity situation we have going here in Minnesota right now. So let's smoosh that on there. And I'm just gonna, oh gosh, it stuck to me, not the bow. All right, let's just pop that right in place. Okay, so there we have our, see now it matches perfect. Okay, and let's put our piece on the inside, and that card is done. Oh, look at that, 8:05. You guys, we've got time. We can make card number 2. Woohoo! All right, it's gonna look very similar to this, but different. All right, so there is our faux embossing with our tone-on-tone leaves in the background and our pretty fall card. And let's go ahead and just throw this stuff out of the way, and let's bring in our other pieces. Got everything die cut on this, and let's see how quickly we can do this. So let's bring my scrap paper back in. Let's flip over my leaves, and let's see what this version looks like with the woven texture. And I'm going to guess we're going to add some more of that linen thread on there, or the, excuse me, the baker's twine actually. I'm just dotting on that multi-purpose liquid glue, making sure I get the stem. And you could do it, you know, you could even do the acorns as the background. It wouldn't have to be all leaves. There are some other leaves in this set. You could do an assortment if you wanted everything to be a little different. That would be a fun way to do it. I kind of went matchy-matchy, so I did 2 of each, because it filled the space nicely. All right, and then this one. And so again, this technique is called faux embossing, and we did that on the last video with a very different looking card. Let me know if you have tried it before, or if you tried it after our last video. I'm just gonna stick on our oak leaves here. And then we'll stick on these leaves right here. I don't want to do that. I think I might go here with those. Push them down. And then I'll put these down here. Maybe I'll go stem up on this one. And then this one is filling in this space right here. All right, so there we have our faux embossing. So it looks like you embossed it. It's raised up, it's tone on tone, but it has just extra dimension. All right, let's bring in our pieces. This is the Woven Textures designer paper. I don't know why I have 2 labels. I just do. We're gonna go ahead. Oh, you know what? I messed up. Okay, Susan, shoot. I was supposed to glue it on my layer, and I glued it right on the card. Okay, well, we're gonna see what that's like. We're going to stick this piece over it. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. All right. Adhesive right next to you, Sue. Right next to you. Oh, it's got a piece of linen thread on it. Okay, we don't need that. All right. Not yet, anyway. All right. So this is going to be a little bit shorter because I didn't add the layer in, but that's okay. Remember I said how you didn't need the layer? Well, now we'll find out what it looks like without that layer. All right, so I've got that piece on, stuck on. I think it's fine. And then we're going to grab this one. I will put all these dimensions on. Now this side would be kind of fun too. You could also do this card in Cajun Craze, in Cherry Cobbler, you know, in fall colors instead of, I went with the neutrals. And then we'll pop this in place. Now this one does not need that inside piece because it's already crumb cake, so it's going to be light enough to stamp in. So we've got our woven texture. Love that paper. It's just like burlappy fall feel. And let's grab our words here and our label. And again, it's got that cool embossed edge. This is the Label Me Grateful bundle. I'm going to see if I can stamp this one a little bit higher up. Ooh, that was a lot higher up. All right, that's going to give us more leafage room, guys. All right, we got our thank you. I don't know why I have this. Oh, but this is the one I forgot to use. That's it. That's why you have it, Sue. All right, let's bring in our leaves. I do like that we popped them up last time, so we're doing it again, but I've lost my dimensionals up, found them right here. Let's do our little halvesies. I'm in a stamping race here. Just relax, we've got plenty of time. We are gonna nail this. All right. Let's get this on there. So I'm doing half mini dimensionals. I am using the black ones on here. Wouldn't have to, could use white, doesn't matter. And then I'll use the full-size one on the back of the leaves here. Oh, no, I won't. Those are too big. Hang on. Using minis again. I forgot we used minis on the other one, didn't we? That looks better, doesn't it? All right. Okay, so now we've got quite a bit more room here. Let's stick our leaves, our acorns on first, our fun little copper acorns here. And let's pop those in place and then peel off our backing. Again, I did cherry cobbler on the leaves. These could be Cajun grays. You could do crushed curry. Oak leaves to me seem more of like a, especially if it's a red oak, a little bit more on the red scheme of things. So that's what I chose to do. And I think we're going to do another of the baker's twine here. So let's bring that baker's twine out again. Whoa, it's getting wild on me. Covered up my ribbon scissors, but I saw the end of them poking out, so I found them. Take a sip, and let's cut that. All right. All right, we've got our 2 strands here. Once again, I'm going to tie that into a little bow and pop that on the stem of my acorns and leaves. Got some other ribbons where you could just do a straight piece and tie a knot in it and stick it on if you're not a fan of bow tying. Trying to think what we have right now in there was a thread that like a woven thing that came out with that one. That might work. Oh gosh. I was cutting it and I accidentally pulled the loop, just one half of the loop, and I almost lost my whole bow there. Gosh. But I think we've recovered it. All right, let's just tighten that up a little bit, and that's going to go right here with a little glue dot. Glue dot, where are you? It is so humid here that they're just almost sticking to the paper. It's like melting. I love autumn cards too. Well, I love autumn, period. It's my favorite time to go walk my dogs. Well, we did a nice 3-mile walk today, but it was sticky out there and we got rained on a little bit, but that was fine. It was a light sprinkle and the dogs don't actually mind that when it's hot. Downpours, no, they're not a fan of that, but all right, even a little piece of like dark brown ribbon would be nice too, or even cherry cobbler. All right, so I've got that right there, or copper would be pretty too. All right, let's pop this up, and then we'll look at our 2 cards side by side, and I'll bring those dimensions on, okay? And we'll even pull that one in that we did on Tuesday. All right, pull these guys off. And there we go. And we'll pop that right on there. I do like it with the words higher up. This one I stamped them a little too low. I like it a little bit higher up. So when you make this card, stamp your words higher than I did, okay? Deal? And let's add in a couple little doodahs here. It's the brass, no, what are they called? Pressed flower motifs, because they kind of look like a little flower on them. Ooh, I like that over there. I want to move this one over there. I like it better. Okay. All right, then on the inside of this one, let's do the same sentiment. All right, which card do you like better? Number 1 was Early Espresso. Number 2 was Crumb Cake. Do you have a favorite? All right, let's go ahead and stamp this right in here. All right, there we go. Shoot me Clara, shoot me a email on that, and I'll see what I can find for you. All right, so there's our 2 cards. Which one do we like better? So on the camera, you can see the crumb cake leaves a little better, but when they're in person, you can see them both. So, Early Espresso is still a favorite. Good to know. All right, I like both of them. I agree with you on that. So let's bring in our dimensions here so you guys can grab a screenshot of our faux embossing card here. And then here's our other one from Tuesday night with the faux embossing on that. Okay, I'll get that out of the way. You want me to zoom up? I bet for this, so let's try that. Sometimes it cuts it off, but hopefully you can see that. You like the contrast of the Early Espresso, yeah. Yeah, it pops out. I think you could use the woven texture designer paper on with a Early Espresso background. So that would, both papers, I think. Either paper would work. This paper maybe has more texture to it. So, yay! We did it, guys. Thanks for your help. Thanks for your inspiration and your help as always. You have a good eye. Okay, everyone got that right. So let's go ahead and bring in that other one. So that is the faux embossing technique. I hope you give that a try. It's super fun and it's very impressive look. I could even see it doing with like snowflakes and all sorts of things you could do it with. So let me flip the camera here so I can say goodbye. Thank you for making and sending handmade cards. You are making the world a kinder place with every card that you send. So thanks for all that you do. My hair is blowing in my ceiling fan because it's hot. So thanks for hanging out with me tonight. That was really fun. I love hanging out with you. I'll be back Tuesday night at 7:30 Central Time with another creative video. I hope you can pop in and join me then. Take care. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.